धियो हरे हरे। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री सियावर रामचंद्र की जय।
Om, page 75. He Ram, He Ram,
हे राम हे राम
He Ram, He Ram,
हे राम हे राम।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम,
हे राम हे राम
He Ram, He Ram,
हे राम हे राम।
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है,
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है।
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है,
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है।
तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम,
हे राम हे राम
हे राम, हे राम,
हे राम हे राम।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तेरे चरणों में चारों धाम,
हे राम हे राम
हे राम, हे राम,
हे राम हे राम।
तू ही बिगाड़े, तू ही सवारे,
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही सवारे।
तू ही बिगाड़े, तू ही सवारे,
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही सवारे।
इस जग के सारे काम,
हे राम हे राम
हे राम, हे राम,
हे राम हे राम।
तू जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू जगदाता विश्व विधाता।
तू जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू जगदाता विश्व विधाता।
तू ही सुबह तू ही शाम,
हे राम
साचो तेरो नाम।
हे राम हे राम
हे राम हे राम
हे राम हे राम
हे राम हे राम
ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। श्री सियावर रामचंद्र की जय।
We'll all sing together Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana at the bottom of the same page, page 75.
ओम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजमन हरन भव भय दारुणं। नवकंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणं। श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु भजमन हरन भव भय दारुणं। नवकंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणं। श्रीराम श्रीराम कंदर्पागणितामित चविनव नीलनीरज सुन्दरं पट्टपीतमानहुतलित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुधारं। श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु भजमन हरन भव भय दारुणं। श्रीराम श्रीराम भजो दीनबन्धु दिनेश दानव दैत्यवंशनिकन्दनं। रघुनन्द आनन्द कंद कौशल चन्द्र दशरथ नन्दनं। श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भजमन हरन भव भय दारुणं। श्रीराम श्रीराम सिरमुकुट कुण्डल तिलक चारु उधारु अङ्गविभूषणम्। आजानुभुज शरचापधर संग्रामजित करदूषणम्। श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भजमन हरन भव भय दारुणं। श्रीराम श्रीराम शेषमुनिमनरञ्जनं मम हृदयकञ्जनिवास कुरु कामादिकलकलरञ्जनं श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भवभयदारुणं नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुखकर कञ्जपदकञ्जानुनं श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भवभयदारुणं श्रीराम 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 ॐ श्रीराम कृष्ण भगवान् की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय श्री सियावर रामचंद्र की जय।
Om Namo Narayanaya, respected Pravrajika Ishtaprana Mataji, dear elders, sisters, and brothers. We extend a warm welcome to all devotees to this evening's Sri Ram Naumi celebrations. We turn to Sri Ram, the epitome of Dharma, to guide us along our path. This evening, Mrs. Ragini Haribai will deliver her talk on the lessons from the Ramayana.
ॐ यथाग्ने दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्य सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्. Revered Pravrajika Ishtaprana Mataji and dear devotees, Om Namo Narayanaya. A search of Ramayana on ChatGPT elicits the following response. The word Ramayana comes from the Sanskrit language and is a compound word composed of Ram and Ayan. Ram is the central character in the Ramayana, who is an incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu and is regarded as a symbol of righteousness. Ram has several interpretations: one who rejoices or brings joy, dark or absorbed in Brahman, and the one who pleases. Ram and his actions are seen as an example of how one should conduct oneself in life. Ayan means journey or path. Therefore, Ramayana is the journey or path of Sri Ram. King Raghu of the Solar dynasty ruled a vast kingdom that extended over most of what today comprises India and Pakistan and parts of Central Asia. His reign was considered the golden age in Indian history. Raghu was righteous and truthful and ruled with integrity, valor, wisdom, and impartiality. He was famed for his generosity and devotion to God. Kausteya, a poor boy who lived in this kingdom, was an excellent student. When he completed his education, he insisted on giving his teacher Guru Dakshina. The Guru did not want any fee and asked Kausteya to share his knowledge. However, the boy was insistent, and to his surprise, the Guru asked for 10,000 golden coins. Kausteya regretfully thought, I should have listened to my teacher, but my ego got in the way. Kausteya approached King Raghu for the money, but was disappointed to learn that the king had already donated all the money in the treasury. Raghu promised to get the Guru Dakshina for Kausteya. After careful contemplation, King Raghu decided to fight Kubera to get the coins. Kubera's soldiers spotted Raghu and his army resting near the capital and warned Kubera that the great warrior King Raghu was about to wage war against him because of a promise to a young boy. Kubera admired King Raghu's honor and transformed the leaves of the tree under which Raghu was resting into gold coins. When Raghu awoke, he saw the tree sparkling with coins. He understood that it was Kubera's blessings. He said to his soldiers, "Take only 10,000 gold coins. The life of a king must be like that of a sage, with minimal to no attachments." Raghu gave Kausteya the coins, which the Guru in turn donated to the poor. King Raghu was blessed with many noble children and grandchildren, including King Dashrath. It is evident why Sri Ram was born into this illustrious dynasty. The Ramayana has always been a source of spiritual, sociological, political, and cultural inspiration to the people of India and Southeast Asia. There are several versions of the Ramayana. The Ramcharitmanas by Goswami Tulsidas, which adopts a devotional viewpoint, and the narrative written by sage Valmiki are the most popular. Sage Vyasa's Adhyatma Ramayana has a philosophical perspective and is used for contemplation and meditation. It focuses on the spiritual journey of Ram and delves into the symbolism between events and characters. Once, Valmiki asked Narad if there was any person, living or dead, who manifested the 16 noble traits that a human being can aspire to. Narada revealed that Sri Ram exemplifies these qualities and is a role model for humankind. Valmiki wrote the Ramayana as a canvas to accentuate the 16 qualities in Sri Ram, showcasing them through various challenging events in his life. In world literature and history, Sri Ram and Sri Ramakrishna are the only persons to have exhibited these qualities. The Valmiki Ramayana serves as a useful reference on governance and is acclaimed as a treatise on social science, offering lessons that transcend time and space. The Ramayana is a guidebook for ethical leadership, as it focuses on ethics combined with responsibility and duty. It showcases disaster, crisis, conflict, and stress management. To Mahatma Gandhi, Ram is the liberator, and the Ramayana is the story of human liberation from dominance, exploitation, and oppression. Ramayana can also be interpreted as the path to Sri Ram. Ram can mean real awakening of the mind. By studying the life and teachings of Sri Ram, we extract valuable lessons and develop an awakening which takes us closer to the Lord. Ram's resilience and ability to learn from adversity is unparalleled. He considers his banishment as an opportunity to meet sages and learn from them. He is able to transform difficult experiences into learning processes and achieve success. He transforms Sita's abduction into the means to rid the world of negativity in the form of Ravan and to help the virtuous. He utilized this opportunity to show that corrupt leadership results in the downfall of an organization. A noteworthy trait of Sri Ram is that he always engaged in learning. His early association with sages Vashishtha and Vishwamitra kindled his thirst for knowledge, and he synthesizes this knowledge into wisdom, which we benefit from. We also learn that Sri Ram was a true economist. The revenue generated was spent in 5 parts. First, dharma. Second, to fulfill duties. Third, to gain fame for Ayodhya. Fourth, for worldly affairs. And fifth, for spiritual gain. The Ramayana stresses that value-based conduct is the greatest strength we can develop. In current times of economic volatility and social disturbance, it is essential for us to revive these principles. As we explore some concepts, we can ponder on how these are relevant in our lives. Although this talk may allude to organizations and companies, the lessons are relevant to family structures, friend circles, peer groups, marriages, and most importantly, to our minds. By considering our mind and senses as an organization, when we develop and perfect real awakening of our mind, we will attain Ram. The Veda model proposed by Dr. Subhash Sharma presents 4 aspects of leadership: vision, enlightenment, devotion, and action. These are combined in Ram's life to structure an exceptional whole. The worship model talks about the leader who makes the maxim, "Work is worship," his motto, and performs mundane actions with the devotion accorded to worship. The path to worship consists of discipline, righteousness, sacrifice, and excellence. Succession planning. When Lord Ram returns from his Gurukul, King Dashrath, with a nod from his Guru Vashisht, decides to make Ram king. Ram displayed exemplary personality traits. He was knowledgeable, diligent, compassionate, humble, tolerant, truthful, and impartial. He demonstrated emotional resilience and self-discipline and was always mindful of his duties. He gave priority to his responsibilities, not personal pleasures. The Ramayana demonstrates that a management successor must be competent and hold the organization before one's self. The Valmiki Ramayana highlights the democratic humanistic approach to leadership and the autocratic style of management. King Dashrath always consulted his ministers and advisors, and sometimes included local participation in decision-making and policy matters. Ayodhya was an exemplary example of an inclusive and democratic society. Similarly, Sri Ram took advice from Jambavan, Hanuman, Sugriv, and Vibhishan when preparing for war with Ravan. Ravan was an autocrat, so Lanka was beset with suppression and intimidation. He never heeded the advice of his ministers. His decisions and policies were made to suit his whims. His ego and haughtiness clouded his judgment. He favored only those who did not question him. Despite his strengths of austerity, intellect, and devotion, his unrighteousness proved to be his undoing. The inclusive approach to problem-solving and decision-making enhances the chances of growth and development of an institution and its members. Leaders should be approachable and accommodative. Ram inspires with trust. When Lakshman threatens to attack Bharat, believing him to be party to KK's plan, Ram calms him with confidence in Bharat's loyalty. He also says to Kaushalya, Bharat, who is always devoted to righteousness, speaks lovingly to all beings and will be obliging to you. Ram is considerate and willing to collaborate with new people. Their dedication and sincerity is all that matters to him. His trust in Sugriv seems misplaced when Sugriv forgets his promise to search for Mother Sita. Again, Lakshman is angry and threatens violence, but Ram prefers to believe in the innate goodness of his allies. His trust in the Vanara's ability to find a solution to the daunting task of crossing the sea leads to the design and building of a bridge, an unheard of engineering feat. Sri Ram bravely explored uncharted waters. Sri Ram's leadership is innovative. He is a nurturing mentor who cares for the spiritual and physical well-being of all he interacts with. He is considerate about the needs of his parents, brothers, subjects, allies, and even his enemies. All who come into contact with him are taught life lessons to attain their potential and undergo transformation with his guidance. Lord Ram sent Hanuman and Angad as mediators to Ravan prior to the war. Hanuman and Angad displayed maturity and responsibility in completing the given task. Dynamic leadership can transform people and inspire them to achieve unattainable goals. A good leader needs to listen. When Vibhishan joins Ram's army, there was disagreement among the members. Sri Ram took time to understand the opposition, assuaged their suspicions, and finally gained their consent. Everyone was content that their opinion was heard and their disapproval was taken into consideration. It is important to empower members to question decisions. Transformational leaders make their followers want to be better people. A good leader should be capable of identifying the inherent capability of his team members and motivate them to excel. Jambavan helped Hanuman to realize his potential and motivated him to act accordingly. At Chitrakoot, Sri Ram and Bharat enter into a long and instructive dialogue on ethics, values, statecraft, politics, and human resource management for good governance. Sri Ram tells Bharat to focus on righteousness and wealth creation. The congruence between them is critical, and wealth creation should not affect righteousness. Sri Ram asked Bharat to appoint courageous, knowledgeable, principled, strong-willed people as ministers, as quality advice was key to effective governance. Bharat should ensure transparency, take decisions on intricate issues with a proficient core group, meet his citizens regularly, and redress grievances promptly. Moderate taxes should be levied. Sri Ram said that trade and agriculture are important for a successful kingdom. The Ramayana teaches us to maintain a holistic relationship with nature. Lord Ram advised Bharat to treat his soldiers well and pay their wages on time. Tasks should not be allocated to incompetent people or as by preference. Nepotism and flattery should not affect selection. According to Sri Ram, merit is courage, insight, knowledge, strong will, high emotional quotient, and a capacity to make objective decisions. Discipline and sleep are important for thinking clearly. Sri Ram suggests that Bharat practice solitude and quietude for effective decision-making, because the king should have his own mind, and for this he has to ponder silently in the early hours of the morning. Ancient Indian literature described the time just before dawn as when the mind is in its purest form. Following Sita's abduction, Ram's grief does not prevent him from searching for allies. He befriended Hanuman and Sugriv. All the hardships he faced could have been minimized if he sent word to Bharat to send him soldiers and weapons. Instead, he took shelter in the resources available in the forest. His army comprised of soldiers from indigenous tribes who had never confronted an experienced army. Sri Ram had confidence in their ability, and they excelled. He did not show discrimination. He loved and respected all equally. Therefore, each worked hard to accomplish their goal. Today, people management is termed human capital measurement. To have sustainable relationships, we need to shift from the myopic me to the holistic we paradigm. The Ramayana's relevance lies in its power to motivate us to broaden our consciousness from selfishness to selflessness. When Hanuman met Mother Sita in the Ashok Vatika, he builds trust using effective communication. He introduced himself, describing Ram in detail, and gave her Sri Ram's ring. When Ravana lies wounded on the battlefield, Sri Ram said to Lakshman, "While Ravan was a brute, he was also a great scholar. Go and request him to share his wisdom. Ravan said, things that are bad seduce you easily. You impatiently move towards them. But things which are good fail to attract you. You shun them creatively, giving strong excuses to justify your procrastination. Fluid knowledge is a resource that can be developed by talking to people. The Ramayana illustrates that we will encounter numerous obstacles on any mission, but we should have clarity of our goal. Obstacles force us to stretch hard to ensure success. Roadblocks can be overcome by critical thinking and a problem-solving attitude. When change is necessary for the good of the maximum number of people, Sri Ram initiates it. The Ramayana teaches that the guest is equal to God. The sages of the forest welcomed Ram, Sita, and Lakshman and showed them great hospitality. Jatayu could not tolerate Sita being mistreated and fought Ravan to protect her. This reminds us about respect for women. The most important lesson from the Ramayana is that God will always protect his devotee. We conclude with an anecdote from the life of Tulsidas Ji. Once, some thieves attempted to break into Tulsidas's hut to steal his manuscripts. However, the thieves noticed two guards above the hut. One was of dark complexion, with a bow and arrow in his hand. They were terrified, as wherever they moved, the guards turned to them. At daybreak, they came to Tulsidas and asked, "Sir, who is that dark-complexioned lad of yours?" Tulsidas was deeply moved to realize that Sri Ram and Lakshman had protected him all through the night. He gave away all that he owned to the thieves. They were blessed. The robbers were blessed with the vision of Sri Ram and became spiritually inclined. Hari Om, that's it.
Thank you, Mrs. Haribhai. Dear sisters and brothers, if you have the Ramayana sheets, we will chant from the Ramayana. Firstly, we say the prayer at the top of page 11. And thereafter, on your Ramayana sheet on the left side, it begins with Suni Biranchi Mana Harisha Tanu.
शत्रुघ्न हनुमत समेत श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। सुनि बिरंचि मन हर्षतना पुलकित नयन स्तुति करत जोरी कर सावधान मति धीर श्री श्यावर राम छन्द जय जय सुरनायक जन सुखदायक प्रणत पाल भगवन्ता बोधविचहितकारी जय असुरारी सिन्धुसुता प्रियकान्ता पालन सुरधरणी अद्भुत करणी मरमन जानई कोई जो सहज कृपाला दीन दयाला करऊ अनुग्रह सोई जय जय अविनाशी सबघतवासी व्यापक परमानंदा अभिगत गोतीतम चरित पुनीतम माया रहित मुकुंदा जेहि लागी विरागी अति अनुरागी विगत मोह मुनि वृंदा निशिवासर ध्यावहि गुण गण गावहि जयति सच्चिदानंदा जेहि सृष्टि उपाई त्रिविध बनाई संग सहाय न दूजा जो करहु अघारी चिंता हमारी जानिय भगति न पूजा जो भव भय भंजन मुनि मनरंजन गंजन विपति वरूता मन वचन जानी चारि सयानी शरण सकल सुर जोरा शारद श्रुति शेषा ऋषय अशेषा जाकहु को नहीं जाना जेहि दीन पियारे वेद पुकारे रवौ सो श्री भगवाना भगवान धीमांदर सब विधि सुंदर गुण मंदिर सुख पूजा मुनि सिद्ध सकल सुर परम भयातुर नमदनाथ पद कंजा दोहा जानि सब सुर भूमि सुनी वचन समेत स्नेहा गगन गिरा गंभीर भई हरनि शोक संदेह श्री सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jani Dara Pahu Muni Siddha Suresha, तुम ही लागी धरी हो नय बेसा. अंसन सहित मनुज अवतारा, ले गो दिन कर वंश उदारा. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. कश्यप अदिति महातप कीन्हा, तिन कहो मैं पूरब वर दीना. ते दशरथ कौसल्या रूपा, कौसलपुरी प्रदत्त नर भूपा. श्री राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय जय राम. तिन्हके गृह अवतरी हो जाई, रघुकुल तिलक सोचारी उभाई. नारद बचन सत्य सब करी हो, परम शक्ति समेत अवतरी हो. श्री राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय जय राम. हरि हो सकल भूमि दरुआई, निर्भय हो देव समुदाय. गगन ब्रह्म गानी सुनिकारा, तुरत फिरे सुर हृदय जुड़ाना. श्री राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय जय राम. तब ब्रह्मा धरणी समुझावा, अभय भरी भरोसा जियावा. श्री राम जय जय राम. 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 दोहा निज लोक रंजिगे, देव नहीं है सिखाई. बानर तनु धरि धरि मही, हरि पद सेवहु जाई. श्री सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. श्री अम्बे मात की जय. As we meditate on the glory of Sri Ram, let us listen to the meaning of some of the verses that we have chanted. Perceiving that the gods and earth were terror-stricken and hearing their loving entreaties, a solemn voice came from heaven, which dispelled their doubt and anxiety. Fear not, O sages, adepts and high gods. For your sake, I will assume the form of a man with every element of my divinity incarnate in the glorious solar race. The sage Kashyapa and his wife Aditi practiced severe penance. To them, I have already granted a boon. They have taken birth in the city of Ayodhya as King Dasharath and Kaushalya, a royal pair. In their house I shall become incarnate as 4 brothers, the pride of the house of Raghu. I shall fulfill all that Narada predicted and descend to earth with my supreme energy, my eternal consort. I shall relieve the earth of all its burden. Be fearless, O company of gods. As the divine voice from heaven reached the gods' ears, they straightway returned with their hearts comforted. Then Lord Brahma consoled Mother Earth, who was rid of all fear and felt reassured in her heart. O Lord of the Raghus, in truth I tell thee, I have no other desire in my heart, and thou who art the inner self of all, knowest it. Give me only ardent devotion, O best of the Raghus, and make my mind free from all impurities like passion, etc. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Let us lovingly stand and offer the arati to the Lord. Page 240, the new prayer book. Om Jai Jagadisha Hare.
हर्षे मन का, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, तत्समिते धन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहो किसकी, स्वामी शरण गहो किसकी। तुम बिना और न दूजा, तुम बिना और न दूजा, आश करो जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी। कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलो दया में, किस विध मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं सुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, शरण पड़ाते। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देव, Vishnu Mangalam Garudadvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tano Hari Sarvamangalamanganye Shive Sarvarthasadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkhabhag Bhavet Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat
Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai, Mahamai Ki Jai, Swami Ji Maharaj Ki Jai, Ganga Mat Ki Jai, Mahavir Swami Ji Ki Jai, Parvati Patai Hara Hara Mahadeva Ki Jai, Shri Siyavara Ramachandra Ki Jai, Pavana Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai, Shri Ambe Ambe Mata Ki Jai. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya. We thank Mrs. Ragini Haribhai for her informative talk. Tomorrow, satsang will commence at 6:30 p.m.